Hello everyone, you're watching Resonant News and this video is being done in collaboration with YouTube channel called Defense Updates. In this video, we would be discussing the Super Sukhoi program and would be answering some of the most asked questions about Super Sukhoi, that are: what makes Super Sukhoi different from current Sukhoi 30 MKI? Is Super Sukhoi a necessity or a luxury? And what are the rumors regarding the program? Before we proceed further, if you are new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Please support our content by sharing it with others and smash that like button. Go ahead, give us your feedback in the comment box. So let's begin with today's video. Starting from the first question. What makes Super Sukhoi different from current Sukhoi 30 MKI? As we all know, Su-30 MKI is the backbone of Indian Air Force. It is one of the most advanced aircraft that has quite a long list of achievements like excellent kill ratios in friendly exercises. An example would be aerial combat of 27 February 2019. Now, to answer the question, we would be comparing the current Su-30 MKI with predicted Super Sukhoi mainly based on their radar, engine and armament. Let's start with the radar. The current Su-30 MKI has a powerful NO11M bar radar. The bars come under one of the most powerful radars ever built, with the ability to detect an object as far as 400 km and can track 15 of them simultaneously. Although NO11M bar is quite powerful, it is a passive electronically scanned array, which is PESA. That, in simple words, is quite an old technology. Modern aircraft uses ESA radar that is lighter in weight and are more effective with BVR missiles and are quite difficult to jam. So, it is expected that in the future, Su-30 MKI would be equipped with modern-day ESA radar. The chances of indigenous Uttam ESA radar being used in the future are quite high. The Uttam is scalable radar and can be upscaled according to cone area and power of different aircrafts. The Uttam ESA radar is currently used in Tejas Mk1A. Coming to the next point, the engines. The Sukhoi 30 MKI is powered by two AL31 FP engines that gives it a mighty thrust of 246 kN and the ability to have a maximum takeoff weight of 38,000 kg. Further, it is because of the great amount of power from these engines that the aircraft could be upgraded with advanced avionics and weapons. Coming to Super Sukhoi. There were certain rumors regarding the change of engines to AL41 in Super Sukhoi because of some of the problems with AL31 engines, but there could be plethora of reasons why engine change is not possible. There is an article over the same, the link to which will be posted in the description. Last but not the least, the armament. The Su-30 MKI has an enormous capability to carry 8,000 kg of weapon load in its 14 weapon stations at max. Although the current Sukhois are already extremely potent with their weapons like Astra Mk1 and R-77 in BVR combat, Rudram and K-100 radars, AWACS killer missiles and guided air-to-surface weapons like BrahMos, KAB-1500L bombs, Spice 2000 and DRDO SAW. However, in the future, there are plans to integrate Sukhois with world-class missiles like Israeli Derby and French Mika, along with indigenous Astra Mk2 and Astra Mk3, with multiple BrahMos NGs for air-to-ground role. So it's clear that the current Sukhois are in themselves a threat to the enemy, be its weapon carrying capacity or power of the radar, and its extremely potent weapons like Astra and BrahMos. So coming to the next question. Is the Super Sukhoi program a necessity or a luxury? Without an iota of doubt, the aircraft is efficient even without any further upgrade. However, the engine and its BVR combat capabilities were two of its major problems. BVR combat capabilities depend mainly on BVR missiles, albeit the radar too plays a role in the power of bars. Now the BVR missiles of Su-30s are indigenous Astra Mk1 and R-77-1, which were ordered after 2019 aerial skirmish. They had already given a boost to BVR combat, but in near future, missiles like Astra Mk2 and Mk3 with Uttam SR radar would be more than enough. Truth is that technically nothing significant can be done regarding the engine problem. The new engines will have their problems like a new logistical chain and different physical dimensions, which would create problems in integration. However, one of the solutions could be to ensure a continuous supply of spares from Russia and a target of minimum fleet availability with HAL. To conclude, Super Sukhoi program will be effective only if it's done at a reasonable cost with indigenous components. Otherwise, some upgrades like integration of Astra Mk2, Astra Mk3, Rudra missiles will happen irrespective of Super Sukhoi program. That would solve much of our problems. Coming to the last question, the rumors regarding the program. Although there's no official confirmation of the fact when this program was started, reports suggest that Russians offered an extensive Su-30 MKI upgrade in 2011 or 2012. Since then, program has been in limelight again and again. Apparently, during the Aero India 2019, Russian officials claimed to have received a list of instruments that Indians wanted in Super Sukhois. Later, in December 2020, reports claimed that Russian Super Sukhoi SM-2 has taken its first flight. Meanwhile, on Indian side, there were rumors that the engine change in Sukhois has been denied, along with a change in Russian Irbis radar. Recently, the program grabbed some eyeballs when it was announced that India and Russia would work upon Super Sukhoi from the end of the year. Recently, the program grabbed some eyeballs when it was announced that India and Russia would work upon Super Sukhoi program from the end of the year. It's a fact that Russia plans to upgrade Su-30 SM to SM-2 standards. Reports also claim that Russia will integrate new engines, the AL-41. It would be really interesting to see that would it be feasible and doable. To conclude, an old tagline from a commercial is just apt for Sukhoi 30 MKI. It is an owner's pride and neighbor's envy. The fighter jet has played a significant role in real actions like the Balakot strikes and has facilitated the development of many indigenous platforms. The Super Sukhoi is a great initiative, but at the same time, it's not as if Sukhois are at a critical stage and that they need to be upgraded immediately. Further, the Sukhois would be indirectly upgraded with advanced indigenous weapons like Astra, Rudram and BrahMos missiles. However, the main focus should be on grooming futuristic indigenous aircrafts like AMCA and Tejas Mk2. That would lead to the development of a whole aeronautical sector in India. The development of aeronautical sector will further make such upgrades easier in the future. Hope that answers all your queries regarding the Super Sukhoi program. If you're new to our channel, do not forget to subscribe to our channel and do hit the like button if you enjoyed our program. Go ahead and show us your support by sharing this content with others. Thanks for watching.